Hey, what is going on, my fellow Sagittariuses? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you enjoy the content of this channel, subscribe. We have a great community here. Everyone is welcome. And with all that being said, we are going to use the Tarot of Dreams. Let's get it. Universe, what do we have? Sagittarius. What is coming in for Sagittarius? All right. The first thing I see, Sagittarius, is this energy coming toward you. This is someone you already know. And I feel like with this person, I feel like in the past, this person had a little bit of player energy. And I feel like you got wise of that shit. And I do feel like that was the beginning of the downfall for them. Once you felt like they were trying to play you, I feel like you had enough of it. Because I feel like they were being, like I said, a little bit of a player energy, playing some games and not really being open with you, not really being honest. There was that hidden agenda. Now, I'm sorry I'm laughing, but you're going to see it in a second. What I see is like, I feel like this person, I want to say it, but I'm going to say it. This person fucked around and they found out. I don't like being vulgar, but there it is. It had to be said. I was thinking it had to be said. They found out. And what really sucks for them is I feel like this person truly had feelings for you. I feel like being with you brought out some feelings. And it's almost like there was a self-sabotaging energy after that. And this person started to screw around. And I don't mean that in the sense of actually screwing around with other people. I just meant they started acting up. They started, maybe a little bit of a cocky energy, maybe a little bit of a they don't need this shit type mentality. And I feel like you got tired of it real quick. Honestly, I feel like they've just never been in that situation before and they really didn't know how to act. Because what I see in the current energy is I feel like this person's feeling defeated. I mean, they were happy. They were the happiest they've ever been being with you. And they screwed it up. And they got nobody else to blame but themselves. And now all they have is looking at the negatives instead of the positives. The negative, they were looking at you the wrong way. And they're seeing that now. And now all they see is the negatives. Now all they see is they're not happy. So what I do see, I mean, this person's in that energy. I mean, they're feeling defeated. They're feeling like they screwed up, and they know they screwed up, and they don't know how to make it right, but they're sure as hell gonna try. You know, I see this person crawling their ass back to you. We got that Ace of Wands. You know, the reconciliation. This person, this person's coming back. You know, they're coming back, and they're gonna let you know how it's been without you. And I feel like this person is a very genuine energy. Like, I feel like this person played around a lot in the past, and I feel like they really didn't know how to act in a real relationship. But they don't want to, you know, they don't want to go another day without you. And I feel like they're going to communicate that with you, you know, because they finally seen things in a different perspective. And I feel like it caused a huge transformation in them. You know, they lost something special, and they want it back. They want you back. Now, like I said, I mean, there is that huge transformation. So they're not coming back with the same energy. They're coming back knowing what they want and being very clear about it. You know, I do feel like this person had a lot of, you know, emotional growth. Like I said, with that moon card, I feel like it brought up a lot of feelings that they weren't expecting to have, and they didn't know what to do with it, but now they do. You know, emotionally, like I said, I mean, this person had feelings for you. This person, I feel like, loved you. You know, because we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. They haven't walked away from this. They don't want to walk away from this. You know, and I feel like part of the growth that they had is letting go of all that bullshit that was holding them back. You know, they tried to bring their silly ass ways into a real relationship, and it punched them in the damn face. You know, so they're letting that shit go. They're coming at you, and they're coming at you correct. They're coming back. And the reason I laughed is because I feel like not only this person crawling back to you, but I feel like you knew they were going to come back. Like, you were kind of waiting for it, not sitting around and, you know, just waiting. I mean, you know, you knew they were coming back, because I feel like you knew there was something going on between the two of you. You knew there was something they weren't telling you, they weren't sharing with you, and they weren't being honest about. So it's almost like you knew they were coming back. But like I said, this person, they're coming back, and I feel like they're going to be very honest, and they won't be surprised that they have to start off in that friend zone and work their way back up. You know, because, I mean, this person wants you as a friend rather than nothing. So they'll take what they can get, and they should take what they can get. They're lucky to even have another chance. And they will continue to chase. You know, they will chase you, because they know what they want. They know they screwed up, and they know they got to get you back. They weren't happy. They're not happy without you. You know, and prepared for huge romantic gestures. You know, going out of their way, sending you gifts, sending you little flirty texts, giving you calls, whatever shape or form this comes in. I mean, I feel like they're gonna go all out, and it's almost like the complete, you know, 180 here. They went for someone that wasn't acting invested to someone that's completely invested. But like I said, I mean, they are coming back, and I feel like it's a very genuine energy. Like I said, I feel like it's, you know, it caused them a lot of pain. You know, this person thinks about you and only you. You know, and don't think that this person's coming back just because they feel like they lost and they can't lose. You know, some people have that very childish type energy. You know, I do feel like you saw potential in this person, and I feel like these changes, you know, are going to live up to that. You know, I do see a different side of this person coming out, a person that's, you know, embracing this rather than fighting it. And I feel like that's, you know, I feel like you're going to be stronger for it together. And I see a lot of happiness. But like I said, I mean, they're crawling their ass back to you. You know, what goes around comes around type of thing. And I feel like I said, if you want to be friends with this person, they'll take what they can get. But they are gonna always try to earn their way back into your heart, because you never lost a place in theirs. Now, I'm sorry if I laughed at it. I just it just amuses me when someone, you know, screws up, and then the moment they realize that light bulb came on in their head and they say, "Oh shit, I screwed up. I had something great right in front of me, and I screwed it up." But like I said, I feel like this person is gonna show up for you. They truly do care about you, and I feel like this has caused them to have a huge emotional breakthrough. They're not the person they were, and I feel that in a genuine way. You know, I do feel like a very honest energy with this person, and I feel like it's because they want to move forward with you. You know, I feel like they want to have forward movement. Well, like I said, they messed around. They found out. They screwed around with the wrong person, and they found out. You know, sometimes sometimes that's how it happens. But we got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, some Cancer, some Pisces, maybe some Capricorn as well. I feel some Gemini, some Aquarius, some Scorpio too. Throw some Scorpio in there because it's got a little bit of Scorpio energy. I mean, we had that the Five of Cups and the Death card as well. Sometimes we got to hit a brick wall before we slow down. Unfortunately, that is the case for this person. They messed up. They hit a wall. They were going too fast. And sometimes we're just flailing around. We don't know where we're going to land. We don't know where we belong. And then one day we get to a place where we feel like we belong and we want to be there. But we spend so much time flailing around that we just don't know how to settle down. You know, it's like when you see a kid and they got way too much sugar. They're on that sugar rush. They don't want to be flying around, but they got to keep flying around because they don't know what else to do. I feel like this is this is the story of this person's life. You know, they never met anyone that meant something like this to them, and they didn't know how to act. So they went back to the regular way they acted, and they screwed up. Another reason I laugh is because you know, it's a very familiar feeling. You know, like I always say, I grew up with not a lot of love in my family. You know, good parents. You know, they always had food on the table and a roof over the head, but just not a lot of love. You know, love wasn't a thing in our house. There wasn't any hugs and kisses and love yous. Actually, honestly, I know it's sad to say, but I think my dad told me he loved me once in my life. And he was drinking. He's not a drinker, so that was a very rare occasion. But it was just never really a loving environment. So when I grew up, I had a hard time expressing love. So I went through a few relationships because I just couldn't be emotional. I couldn't let I had the emotional side of me. I just couldn't bring myself to be vulnerable for someone. Then I met someone that changed that forever. So, and in the beginning, it was similar to the story. I mean, I didn't know what to do with it. Part of me wanted to run. Part of me didn't want to go anywhere. So, there is still hope for this person. I feel like I'm a better man now for it, you know, and not that I was a player. I mean, I was the farthest thing from a player. I was just most of my longer relationships, I had a few relationships before my partner now, which I've been with for 15 years. But before her, I had a few relationships and I couldn't give them what they wanted. You know, I just couldn't let myself be vulnerable. And it's because they weren't the one. You know, that one person, that one special person for all of us is going to bring out our best side, whether we like it or not. Anyway, that's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.